Hey, this is Levi Thomas with Green Tech Auto. Today we've got the VW ID4s, and these are both made by LG Chem and SK Battery America. So some are made right here in the United States, and some are made in Poland, actually. And both of them are the exact same dimensions, and almost exactly the same specs. I spent days, weeks looking for differences. And while there are some differences, there's even more similarities. Even the kilowatt hours, when you come down to it, are within a couple percent. And even the amp hours per pouch are super similar as well. We also have a 12S version that we usually carry, but I think we're out of stock right now. This module they're exactly the same size, weight, everything, because there's 24 pouches inside of it in the 8S as well as the 12S. So we'll dive into that a little bit more. But because there's 24, the 8S module is 3 in parallel and then 8 in series, while the 12S is going to have 2 in parallel and then 12 in series. And that's how in a car they make, I think it's like an 82 kilowatt hour in a 62 kilowatt hour Volkswagen. They just have 3 less total modules in the car and end up with the same exact voltage. So you lose, maybe a third of the total kilowatt hours and a third of the amperage output. But these are a really high amperage chemistry. These are actually an NMC pouch cell. So it is still lithium ion. It's not lithium iron phosphate. They aren't liquid cooled at all. So you get all the amperage with none of the fuss. For liquid cooling, they transfer the heat right through the bottom. You can see the thermal paste still on this one. I left it on there so you can see how they do it. And then it just transfers down and goes out, but they run really cool because they can handle so much power. Let's get into some of these numbers. This is kind of fun. I love geeking out on the numbers here. So I'm gonna have a little cheat sheet here that I just hand wrote. So they're using the LG Chem pouch cell. It's the E78, and it's an NCM 712 is the model of the pouch. Each pouch, the energy density is 655 watt hours per liter. So I decided to let's translate that into American. This ID4 is an 8S 3P. It's 81.8 kilowatt hours in the whole car, or if you put them in, 12 in series with these 8S, and you were making a 400 volt 96S car, like most Teslas and the Volkswagens do, because they're shooting for that 400 volt range when it's fully charged. So to get that, these modules are 23.2 inches long. They're 9 inches wide. So that's 1.45 square feet. You have 12 of them in the car. So that's 17.4 square feet of total surface area that this takes. Let's compare that to the Tesla. So each Tesla module is 28.2 inches long and they're 11.9 inches wide. So that's 2.33 square feet. So that's quite a bit bigger footprint. And you need 16 of those as well to end up with 96S 400 volts, same as this one. With the ID4, these LG Chem or the SKs in the 8S, you're only going to need 12 of them, so you'll have 17.4 square feet. Where the Tesla, needing 16 of them, you're going to have 37.29 square feet. So yeah, that's 17 to 37. That's crazy. However, these are tall. Those are short because those don't have a case around them yet. Those are just bare cells. I keep pointing over there because there's our water damage full Tesla sitting there, which we're going to do a whole video about that. Customer brought it in and it was in their daily driver and a different company remanufactured it and they did everything wrong. Like and subscribe and follow us to see the video and the teardown of that. That'll be fun. Let's get back to these. They just have, the cells and then the aluminum plate on top and the little fuse wires welded on them and then a little piece of plastic on top. And that's that. You got to figure out a way to mount them and put them on. These have an aluminum case on them, They're tough, easy to bolt to. They sit down cool right through it. No worrying about, how you're gonna make a rack and everything. Yeah, and then the plugs on this are cool as well. These are the the 8S. So there's actually two thermistors, so 4 pins for that, two blanks, and then all the rest of the pins are like 3 for each group. So there's actually 3 pins per group. There's 8 groups. We're gonna have to cut that out and put it in a different section because I just geeked out of that too. Okay. The 12 modules of this to make a 96S, these are 4.25 inches tall. Now that's including the case here. So that equals 6.02 cubic feet when it's 17.4 square feet total. 6.02 versus the 37.29 square feet. They're 3.1 inches tall, which is still 9.63 cubic feet. So you're going from 6 to 9.6. So that's a huge difference, whether it's square feet or the total volume, regardless of having 12 modules versus 16, or these being tall and those being short. No matter how you factor it, you get way better energy density with the ID4 modules, whether it's LG Chem or SK, than you will with a Tesla module. And these are way cheaper and way easier to deal with. I think just the aluminum cases that you can buy for those Tesla Model S's end up costing more than these batteries do. I've actually built a car with those before. So with the 6 cubic feet on these, and the Tesla being 9.63 cubic feet, these only take up like 2/3 of the space, while they still have 81.8 kilowatt hours, and the Tesla is an 85 kilowatt hour. Almost the same energy in 2/3 of the space, and that includes the aluminum housing around it, which is ready to bolt right into your car. These have one plug, which we will send with every module, and you can cut it off and then wire it onto your wires for your BMS. And only one side goes in the battery. The other side went to the BMS. So the plugs are slightly different, and you don't want to swap them. They have in the little, like the end of the blue or the white indicates which one goes in. So I believe it's the white. Yep, it is. Don't go cutting at this and trying to reuse this side, because a couple of the wires are actually shorted to each other because they're meant for the BMS to communicate to itself. So don't use this side. We're just sending it in case you also need to put this in your car or use that cable for some reason, other than just cutting it and using it for a DIY project or building a car, like a old classic or something like that. In this one plug here, you have all the connections. You have 2 thermistors, and those temperature sensors take up 4 pins, and then there's 2 spare pins that are open between that and the battery sense pins. And then the battery sense pins differ between the 8S and the 12S, but one of the versions that I saw, it's like 3 and there's 3 for every one of the 8 groups. And in my mind, that would kind of make sense if you had a pin per cell, since there's 24 cells and it's an 8S3P. So I don't know. I need to look at the wiring diagram for the 12S, but I'm going to cut one open anyways. When I cut that one open, that's one thing I'm going to be looking at, is how the pins from the plug go to the ribbon cable and then go out to the actual cell pouches. These things are so fascinating to me, and I've yet to see anyone go start to finish of cutting one open. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But again, that'll be another video. We're also doing a water damaged Tesla battery that we got in. A customer brought it in his daily vehicle. It was refurbished by someone else, and it is just a nightmare. It came in slushing water in it. By the time we got it open, we had to put it outside, and every day we're taking it out and just trying to let it dry and get more and more water out of it. Everything that the person that refurbished it did wrong, just all into one battery. It's crazy. So again, like and subscribe to see that one as well. Thanks again for watching another one of our videos.